What is going on, everybody? Is your boy Minster? Think I'm all without you, man. Back out with another video, and today we are going to do my complete movie merch video of 2025. So that's the new stuff that I got that was related to a movie that came out last year. So that would mean like popcorn buckets, Fortnite skins, cups, what other things we have here, and other additional stuff that came with the movie if you saw it. And I was originally gonna include 4K steelbooks, but I think I'm not gonna count those, but because, like, for some examples, some of the 4K steelbooks that I got from last year, I didn't get a whole lot of other things to go with that last year. So I'm specifically not going to count that, but all the rest of the stuff I will count. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do this by, like, the order that the movies came out. So in January, there were no popcorn buckets that, or at least that I got. But I did get some movie merch. I got this Wolfman poster for the new Leigh Whannell film, which I actually thought was pretty overhated from last year. I also got some Valentine's Day cards from Hard Eyes, the movie, which ironically came out during February. I also got a Captain America Brave New World poster, which was definitely better than the movie, even though I don't think the movie's bad or anything. Another cool thing that I got in February, well, actually not in February, it came a lot later, but my friend Ace gave this to me, I believe, maybe for my birthday or something like that. I don't know. It was somewhere around that time frame, and he had gotten it for me. Or it was maybe a little bit earlier than that. But he got it for me. And it is none other than the Monkey popcorn bucket for the Osgood Perkins film. As you can see, there's so many details where you can actually bang the drumstick on the popcorn bucket to make it sound like a drum. And on the back, you do have a wind-up as well, but it doesn't wind up, unfortunately. Say what you will about the movie, but the popcorn bucket itself, it actually looks really cool. It is none other than the Snow White popcorn bucket. There's a cool little detail where it shows all the Seven Dwarfs names on the actual bucket itself. And this wasn't the only one as well. They had multiple different ones with different colors, where I ended up going with purple. They even have the extra detail where it can glow by clicking the top of the popcorn bucket. So of course, April was a crazy month in general as well. So of course, because you had the Minecraft movie come out, so I actually had got the Minecraft movie, like, bundle or something like that, where you get a cup right here with the creeper topper, and then as well, like, you could have got, like, the actual chicken jockey on top, too. But I ended up going with the creeper because, of course, it's iconic. It also came with this little stuffed animal right here that I think is really cute. And then I got a popcorn bucket that was a TNT popcorn bucket. You got to choose that. But surprisingly as well, there were more popcorn buckets like this, where I got all the rest of them too, thanks to Ace again. Another movie that did in fact come out in April as well was The Accountant 2, which I thought was an even better movie than the first, which I thought the first was already really good. And this one was just so much fun with Jon Bernthal and Ben Affleck, where I got this little cool poster, where I actually got two of them. One of them's hanged up there, which is the exact same one as this, but I have an extra just in case if I ever want to sell these, maybe. Again, I'd like to say a little after when I got the Monkey popcorn bucket, when it was my birthday month, August, my friends, Jackson and Ace, came over, my two best friends, and they got me a bunch of stuff. Well, they didn't give me a bunch of stuff, but they got me some stuff, and then I gave something to Jax or Ace, or I gave something to Ace, I believe. And he said, "Hey, I got more popcorn, more AMC popcorn bucket stuff in the car. You want to come get it? Or you want to have some of it?" And then I was going like, "Yeah, sure, let's see what you got." And he had the Karate Kid Legends popcorn bucket where you can break it like this. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you can break the wood and stuff. I don't want to actually break it because I do use something to stand on it, so I'm not going to break it exactly. But yeah, all in that in his trunk as well, he had this Karate Kid cup as well with the main character on there kicking. And the thing with Accountant 2, the item that I was talking about that I could have gotten was the Accountant 2 popcorn bucket, which was like, I'll show it right here.
Where it was the little RV that Ben Affleck's character drives around in.
But for some reason, Jack said, you know, I want that one, even though he hasn't seen either of the Accountant movies. So I said, okay, I already took a lot of stuff, so fine, even though you haven't even seen that movie before, but go ahead, take that. If I would have got that, I would have had another extra one to add to this video, but didn't end up happening, so there's that. Some more stuff out of that trunk was for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, where this right here is the popcorn bucket. Still, like, so how it opens is, like, you see right there, there's this little latch, you pull it, and then there goes the popcorn right in there, I believe. So this popcorn bucket I actually think is really cool, so, and it's got all stylish on there, has the Mission Impossible logo right there, so the popcorn bucket as well. It's really, really cool. It actually does glow in the dark, but not right now. I think it needs new batteries or something like that, but yeah, it used to glow in the dark. Top of that, we also got a Mission Impossible cup with some binoculars, but you can't really see that far with the actual binoculars, especially if you don't have super big eyes like I do. But yeah, you can see some of it. Oh wait, it has an on switch. What does that do? I don't know what that does. Oh well. Oh, there's a little light right there. Woo! One that actually got the day I saw it is the Mission Impossible poster, which I have hanging right there for The Final Reckoning. And it's actually really cool because you do have two different posters. You have the IMAX special one, and then you also have the regular one right here as well. The other movie that actually came out the same day as Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, where you could do a double feature right there, which I ended up doing, is the Lilo and Stitch popcorn bucket for the new movie. Well, actually, I don't think it's popcorn bucket. Well, yeah, no, it is a popcorn bucket, but it's also a Slurpee as well, so you can slurp out of his head. I do admit that this popcorn bucket's really cool. However, like the fur, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that, the feeling of the fur.
June, we had, of course, the live-action How to Train Your Dragon come out, which I got this big poster for. Thank you, AC, yet again.
But the screening I went to, what it got me with, because I saw it in Dolby, is this nice little hat. You guys want me to wear it, don't you? Fine. I look ridiculous, don't I? Look at that.
This is also another dual poster where you have Elio there with Stitch poking out, but on the back it is a poster for Lilo and Stitch as well.
Now we move on to July, which I would say, if you're talking about box office, was probably the biggest month for movies of last year. Because the first film that came out was Jurassic World Rebirth, where I had a really cool theater experience with this one, where there was only like a Thursday showing at 12 o'clock at night. So it was like a special screening, because like there was no earlier screening than that. So went and saw it with my mom at midnight, which was a really cool experience, which got me hyped up for the movie, even though I didn't think the movie itself was all that great. Where you got your own little keychain right here that says you saw Jurassic World Rebirth right there. Along with getting those, we also did get the deal where you got this little Tyrannosaurus Rex cup right there that looks cool, but I don't think I should have blown my money on this. But oh well, if I could have told myself to not spend money on that, I probably would have. And just got this, where honestly I'm not really that big of a fan of the Jurassic World Rebirth popcorn bucket, if I'm being honest. It's big, don't get me wrong, I think it's really cool, but this was a pain to find a spot to hang. Where literally the best spot I could hang it was right behind my TV. And it used to be higher than that, but now it's lower, so.
Now we move on to Fortnite skins. I was able to get Superman because I got the Battle Pass, whatever season it came out. Along with Superman, during that same exact season, I got all 4 members of the Fantastic Four.
So there was this cool little IMAX poster that I got, that I believe I actually got at Disney Springs when I went to go see this at Disney Springs, where the poster itself is actually really cool. So where you have all four of the Fantastic Four, of course, on there. So, I mean, how could you not have all four of the Fantastic Four on the poster? But it also came along with probably my favorite popcorn bucket all year round is the Herbie popcorn bucket, where it also had the Galactus popcorn bucket, but it was sold out, where literally everybody bought it like super early in the morning to rush to buy that. So I actually got this one instead, which I actually think is better, and it has a cool little feature where it shows the Fantastic Four sign in the dark while also playing the main theme song of the movie as well.
Also, the sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer came out as well, where it came with this, like, group of pictures right there, as you can see.
Another release that actually a lot of people hated that I actually did not like either was the Smurfs movie, which was pretty terrible, where some might say it was Smurfing awful. See, my bad Smurf joke was worse than that. It was not as bad as the actual movie turned out to be. But I did get this little cool poster out of it, so there's that. So, yep, got that too. Oh, earlier in July, I forgot to mention they did have the Together poster right there.
Now we move on to August, where I was able to get the Naked Gun poster, where it's obviously spoofing Uncle Sam.
August also had Freakier Friday come out, which was a cool little thing. Because for the popcorn buckets they did this time around, not popcorn buckets, I should say. For the popcorn buckets and the drinks this time around, they actually made the popcorn bucket actually a drink holder right there. See, there's the straw. Then the popcorn bucket, no, the drink itself is actually a popcorn bucket as well. So, that was pretty cool too. So, that was definitely a real... how could I forget? They also came with... Hold on. I need to slip my bracelet off. They came with these two Freakier Friday bracelets right there. See, the purple one says Freakier and the bottom one says Friday, which I continue to wear. So, yeah, those are really cool too. Not an actual movie that debuted this year, but they re-released it in theaters and had an exclusive popcorn bucket with it. It is none other than one of the greatest movies of all time, Jaws, the popcorn bucket right there, where it has the opening, you put the popcorn in. Where this popcorn bucket is really, really cool. I'm glad I got it too, so yeah, this one's really awesome. September did not really have any of that big popcorn buckets, at least, or movie merch that I could see. So pretty much we just skip right past to October, where we had the big release of the Black Phone 2, where I was able to get this little pendant right here, as you guys can see. That looks really cool. Not pendant, but yeah, you know, whatever these are called. I'm so deep into this video, I forgot what these were called.
I was also lucky enough to get the Black Phone 2 popcorn bucket as well, which I think is awesome, where the grabber actually talks to you. Let's give him a call, shall we? So since I got that stuff, I also got the grabber himself on Fortnite as well, in a really cool looking skin.
Ironically, another Mason Thames movie came out the next week after that, or 2 weeks after that, I forgot which one. It was the romantic movie with a romantic drama with him and McKenna Grace called Regretting You, which ironically they're a real life couple. You got a little poster there, which I think is decent. I do wish they added a little bit more, to be honest. When you got there as well, they gave this little bracelet or necklace. I don't know which one it is. I'm pretty sure it's a necklace, so there's that. You also got some stickers right there, which is also cool. And yet another big October release was Tron Ares, which actually bombed at the box office. So there's that, and very bad. But the popcorn bucket, my mom wanted me to get, so I got it. And you have the little, you have them travel through the little like things right there, like the little maze, and then they can go up and down. I do think out of the Tron Ares popcorn buckets that I saw, this one was my least favorite, but this one does in fact glow to the dark. I know it's hard to see because of how dark it is, but there you go, it glows in the dark. Not all the popcorn bucket glows in the dark, it's just the bottom bit, but where you can see Tron Ares right there.
November was a huge month for movies too, where I got the Running Man poster, which is humongous by the way. And earlier in the year, I did get the Wicked for Good poster, where I believe it came out after the first
Which
trailer
they in
came
fact
out.
did have a Wicked for Good popcorn bucket at my local AMC, which is this little glowy Glinda right here. And you can just switch on and switches off right there. And our little floating ball right there. It also did come out with this like little thing, like a little pamphlet thingy. It's pretty much the same thing I Know What You Did Last Summer came in with, where you can just take little pictures and hang them up, where there's all these little scenes that you have in the movie right there. Well, some of them are like are aimed downward, but there you go right there.
SpongeBob The Search for SquarePants came out in December, so I got the poster.
SpongeBob popcorn bucket that came with everything that you had to buy separately. So, well, the others you didn't really have to. Well, I got this as well, but you get this for free for seeing the movie. So, similar to Jurassic World Rebirth, if you saw Avatar: Fire and Ash, you also got this cool little. And for the final object that I got all year round was this Avatar Fire and Ash popcorn bucket right here, which was actually the last one that they sold. So I was able to get this right before they sold out, which is dope looking popcorn bucket, where I'd probably say this is actually my second favorite popcorn bucket of the year. We'll see how things go with tomorrow, whenever I rank these, maybe. But with that being said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this movie merch video of 2025, and we'll probably do this again for 2026, so stay tuned for that. But with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all next time, everybody. Peace out.